We have been living out of our van for the past nearly 3 years. We've crossed multiple borders, and this past winter we finally crossed off a huge bucket list item, which was crossing our van into Baja, Mexico, and living on the beaches there.
But there was another couple in Baja that we actually hadn't met yet, and the reason for that is because they weren't on land, they were actually out on their sailboat.
But now that we're all back in Vancouver this summer, we are going to hop aboard Plan B, the sailboat that Chris and Michal have been living on. Their long-term goal of living in Mexico throughout the winters and doing charters here in the summer became a forced reality when Chris unfortunately lost his stable corporate job.
We got to sit down and talk about tiny living with this amazing couple, and even got to meet Freddie the boat cat. So come along with us to learn all about Plan B. Do you want to introduce yourselves and maybe just tell us a bit about your story?
You bet. My name's Chris.
And I'm Michelle.
And this is our senior officer, Frederick. We kind of fell into this lifestyle actually by accident. About 7 years ago, we had 2 extra staterooms in the boat. We thought, hey, let's make some extra money. So we started putting an ad on Airbnb to have people come sleep with us, stay at the boat. And lo and behold, we had guests that stayed overnight, and they would ask, hey, do you mind taking us out sailing? We said, sure, for an additional price, we can take you out. And so we did that for 2 years, and that's kind of how our charter business was born to us. We recognized a niche in the Vancouver marketplace that there's not really anywhere for people to go out sailing just for 3 hours. If you want to go on a boat, you got to rent a boat. Summertime, it's a 5-day minimum. It's going to cost you $5,000. And oh, by the way, if you don't know what you're doing, you have to hire a captain to go on board. Mm-hmm. So, when Airbnb Experiences was launched, we thought, hey, that's kind of perfect for us to go out and let's take people out for 3 hours on the water, show them our lifestyle, show them the Vancouver from the waterfront, get to share our lives a little bit with people. And so far, 7 years we've been doing this, and we've had one negative experience in 7 years with the thousands of people that we've had come out on the boat with us. So it's been eye-opening. This has now become our main source of income. This is our job. We take people out sailing for a living, and we go stay somewhere warm over the winter months. This is our senior officer, Frederick. Mm-hmm. He's a British Shorthair. Mm-hmm. He's 3.5 years old.
Sit, please.
He came straight from the cattery to us. So he's been living here his whole life. He knows nothing better than being on the water. He does love the water. He comes out kayaking with us. He'll go out on the paddleboard with us. He goes to restaurants with us. We take him for a walk on the leash every day. He's got us trained very, very well, and he certainly is the captain of the vessel.
We also learned that Freddie is a bit of he's a cat, obviously, but he's a bit of a dog too, because he does tricks.
High five. Good
Nice.
boy.
Well, yeah, I've worked in professional sales my whole life. I mean, I started selling vacuum cleaners door to door. That kind of opened me up to a sales career. All my friends started graduating university, and they were getting jobs making $40,000, $50,000 a year with their university degrees, and I had been selling for 3 or 4 years and was making a 6-figure income. So I left college after 2 years, and I made a profession out of sales. I worked my way up into management. I worked for several different companies over the last 30 years, and kind of had, looking back in retrospect, with the golden handcuffs. I had a corporation that was paying me a lot of money to do the shareholders' bidding, and to forget or postpone my own dreams. Yeah. It was just recently during a merger that I was let go, and I woke up the next day, and the next day I was out cold calling. I had a fire lit under my butt, so to speak, to go and to pump my business. It was an immediate switch. Okay, this is what we're going to do full time.
You always hear the stories of, anybody who lives alternatively, usually you hear that it's just one thing that it just pushes you over the edge, and then all of a sudden, this is your life. Yeah. Everything's turned on its head, and you're like, this is what I do now.
All you have to do is go do it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Get out of your own way.
That's exactly what we
go
say.
do it.
Yeah.
You guys mind showing us your boat?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's do it. I just wanted to pause this video for a second to give everybody a little refresher that not every van lifer has a trust fund. In fact, most van lifers we know work very, very hard to be able to afford this relatively affordable lifestyle. And as you guys know, we have been working for the past 5.5 years of being nomadic and sharing it all with you online. And a part of that is managing this YouTube channel and our entire social media brand all off of a 13-inch laptop. And that's why I'm so stoked to tell you that this video is sponsored by Mobile Pixels. The new Trio and Trio Max are plug and play monitors, and they just connect to any laptop with a USB-C or USB-A port. And I am absolutely obsessed. I definitely always had a multi-screen setup before van life, and this whole time I thought that was just one of those sacrifices I needed to make, that I would never have multiple screens for my workspace living on the road. But now I truly feel like in this van there is nothing missing. So now that making money on the road just got a little bit easier, we can keep making these videos for you guys. So thank you to Mobile Pixels for sponsoring this video. We're absolutely obsessed with this product. Honestly, you guys need to check them out. And back to the video.
Excited?
Yeah.
Me too.
A really unique pirouette to get underneath it. If you go on the other side, it's clear, it's unobstructed. We've got some
So I got really excited. I was like, wow.
It's really cool. I really like this. It's making me want to get a sailboat now.
Oh, you're leaving me!
There's a line
No,
right
there's
here.
a line, babe.
Oh, there's a line.
There's a line in the water here for you guys to grab onto
hang
so
on to
that
the
you don't go
line.
too far away from the boat.
Come up here, we have to get a picture.
Woohoo, we did it!
John, you have to get a picture.
I wasn't gonna do it, but of course I had to make a new friend that would convince me to. So
Okay, ready?
I love being on the water. It is like my favorite thing ever. It's just so like awesome like talking to other people who live alternatively, you know, like they live on this boat and also have fallen in love with Baja, and it's just good people on the water. Couldn't get much better than this.
Lie down, lie down.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds great. Okay. So we are doing a tack is what it's called, which essentially means the sail is going to come over top of our heads and go to the other side of the boat. Whoa, this is crazy.
So we're like
Holy shit.
it's literally flying over top.
Baby's first tack.
So the whole time that we've been out on this boat, we've been like talking about, you know, it's just so nice. Like you start to like kind of fantasize about, could we live this way and everything? And you the whole time have been like,
This is great.
yeah.
I could do this no problem. Like I would love to do this. I think it'd be so fun.
And you know, the couple that we're sailing with, like they've gone up in Baja and all this, and so it's like kind of relatable in like the tiny living van life kind of, I mean Baja kind of way, we all end up in the same place, but yeah, it truly is amazing. But it does really make me think like there are just so many different ways to live your life.
A lot of cool ways to live.
It truly is. And this is another way.
That was exhausting.
Oh yeah, you must be all that work.
I
you
am
just
so tired from just busting my ass out here.
did. Yeah, working hard, man.
That was only my second time. So this is the cockpit of the boat. This was the biggest selling feature for us for this boat. Michelle and I did a lot of research when we decided we wanted to buy a 50-foot platform. We looked at every single manufacturer, and then we came across the Genots that have this huge cockpit. You can easily fit 10 full-size adults in here, and we thought for what we're doing, this is perfect. Universe, again, like I said many times before, conspired to help us. As soon as we decided we wanted a Jeanneau, 2 weeks later, this boat popped up on Yacht World in Seattle.
Wow.
We went down, Take a look at it. I stood up. I went like this. I went down below. I went like this. I'm like, all right, we're taking it.
Right, because how tall are you?
I'm 6'4".
Yeah, so you had to make sure
I have
that
headspace
was something-
everywhere,
Yeah,
so-
nice.
2 wheels, great room for everybody sitting. Nice ice box in the middle here for the important stuff,
Yep.
for the beverages. Now we can head down below.
Okay, sweet.
Come on down.
Ah, it's just so great. Well, we were just talking about how, I'm like, oh, it's so much bigger than obviously living in a van. And then, yeah, you pointed out, 50 feet. And then
17 feet wide.
17 feet wide, which is like, this is bigger than most apartments I lived in.
Yeah.
You know?
It is like a small apartment.
550 square feet. Most people say their apartments downtown Vancouver are smaller than this.
Yeah.
2 bathrooms. You've got 3-burner stove, oven, fridge, freezer, double sink. It's got hot water. It's got forced air heating throughout the boat. So all the creature comforts that you have in an apartment are already on your boat. Queen size beds in all the rooms, so lots of space. A bathroom, a washroom here just off the one, and then there's another bathroom off in the main salon for ourselves. A nice thing about the French design, they put custom bins in, so all your goods can be stored underneath the floor. If there's any water in the bilge, they're protected from getting wet. Thanks guys for taking a tour of our boat. We are Plan B Sailing Charters. Our website is planbsailingcharters.com. Please check us out and we'd love to have you out for a sail.
Come meet Freddie.
Thank you for watching this video, and make sure to follow Freddie the Boat Cat and Plan B Charters. We really had an amazing day, and we'll see you in the next video.